I'll tell you why the extra attention. The 5G blocking hat transmits my thoughts. They didn't advertise it like that. It's only reasonable that it would be that way. What do you mean? You're not blocking 5G? You're actually transmitting 5G? Did I fucking stutter? We think the thoughts. There's an attenuated fucking structure of webbing and shit in this hat. It transmits it. He's coming back. He just can't get enough. That's right. But it's okay because there are guys. Unless he's coming over. I don't know. If he's coming over, who gives a shit? It's great view. So yeah, at the store is when I figured it out for myself. That this whole thing is fucked up. The only thing that's not fucked up is that for some weird reason I feel like I understand the answer, but I'm part of that answering. Because I'd have to be here forever and in the machine. Oh no, you need algorithm 7. Well, I don't do algorithms. I'm not a programmer. I'm just an intuitive covert narcissist. You talk too much. I talk too much. I demonstrate the Wuan Shin, part of my energy body, having broke free as the form of Snickle Fritz. Although that is not a real suffering mental situation. It's a theatrical interpretation of what it would be like if it were. So there. My alter ego is not the voice that I hear when I hear voices. It's the voice I speak from when voices ought be heard. You are crazy. The part of me that's crazy is crazy. The part of me that's sane likes to be kept away from the crazy part. In a part of your brain that you don't tell people where, no, I don't. It's none of their business. Put their own brain in order. So the world is crazy. But it's not crazy unbearable without there's these moments with realization and supreme like clarity. When you sense something or you know something is, and you don't have the details to scientifically check them off and spit them out for the next person, because it's not about the next person yet. It's about you first. Intuition answers the personal self's conundrum, and then it can be developed upon to get the fine-tuning that you need your brain for. Intuitive sort of a lower brain, like a gut brain perception. And being as we're very more gut brained down here and slightly gut retarded due to all the not so nutrient rich foods and such, Chernobyl. Yeah. But I had that awareness because what I learned, I just put my last video, I gave the situation that occurred because we go to Walmart and it's hyper, gang stalking, triggers, all kinds of shit. Stuff 2 years ago I wouldn't even know fucking what the fuck I was talking about. Triggers? What are you, a gun? What are you fucking talking? What's a trigger? Where's your triggers at? What does that mean? See, all these fancy languages, Dan Winter's going off on the language about higher self and shit. Dan Winter's got some fine work behind what he's doing. But he never really breaks it down in any way that normal people can make use of yet. That I've found, and I listen for it, but I also partake at a I don't know what the fuck yet either sort of level. Now that's where the real happens. When you experiment on your own life and it is a risk because you could die, that's when you're vested in whatever the fuck you're doing because you could die. You crawl up on the roof and jump off to your demise. Or just crawl back down the ladder like normal people, like I'm going to do. see all kinds of shit that I don't normally notice. This is a fan-fucking-tastic spot. I'm gonna have to get me some fucking... put a tent up here and just chill. You go Supreme Redneck? This will be my fucking crow's nest. No wonder the ship is a wreck. I not once got in this crow's nest and looked for the land. I mean, I knew it was coming soon. Fuck, there's all kinds of enemies in the hill. They're coming right for you. I just wanted to see the sunset. I don't know if you can see it or not. I don't know why it doesn't show up. Because you're a fucking retard and you fucking don't know what you're doing. That's not the right answer. Because you don't care about your viewers and you're fucking just fucking off their time. That is also not the right answer. That's the sunset. Feel nice. Now these classes, I went all the way back to the end of Walmart. The lady was very rude. Like, she wasn't just telling me no. She was attacking my ability to purchase. She said, not only do I not want to perhaps charge too much, I don't want that. I don't want something bad to happen to you. She used the very means of her 50% of the we'll get y'all all fight with each other successfully America, a black lady. She was doing her job very good. So good that her awareness was highly fucking sharpened and a little bit all over the place, noticing me and fucking with me. Because I don't know, I was behind her because I was in the other line, basically standing next to my dad in the position I had to be able to talk to him from there. So I understood what was going on. My awareness of the racial tensions doesn't cause racial tensions. I'm just saying there's an awareness of racial tensions being set there already ahead of us. I could tell the lady did not like us. Being a person who likes and dislikes many people with varied reasons that make not a bit of sense other than the whim of whatever causes my ability to take or not take something as good or not on the fly. I'd love just to let shit go. I try to. Mostly I do. Not so fast, like drop it like it's hot, but you know. I don't have any long-standing hatred or judgment that's sort of dug in its trench and is fighting back against opposition of getting out of there. I'll let everything go. What do I know? What do I know? What can I find out new? Everything. I'm very mercurial like that. And I have a fucking vast selection of useless information that not as only is it not just useless, but any other fucking moron probably would assemble it into some sort of monetary gains situation like a book or what have you. Now me, I don't know what I'm holding it for, but I feel like I'm not holding it for nothing. There are certain things that I do. When I do them, they occur. You might say that that's not very orderly, sir. You know what? You're right. I'm working on that every day. But a big part of I believe this, my personal gift or my ability to survive is predicated upon my ability to random. I don't fit into their models at all. They don't like what I do at all. My habits and patterns disturb them a bit. And for someone's experiment, I'm a perfect candidate because I stay where I'm at. I don't like to leave, and I'm getting more that way. This has really been the only place I've ever been that, like, I could set myself down and, like, I am fucking rooted into this land. I could come out here and close my eyes and walk all over this son of a bitch blind. It could do it. Have done it. Not like a boast, but it's like something happens with your awareness that just fucking stretches itself out for a while. Might take you a couple years to stretch yourself out like a 4-acre fucking yard. Then it might take another 2 or 3 to fucking settle that bubble down to where you know all the nooks and crannies just as such. But that's what men do. Men project their awareness. Women sort of do the opposite. We're a unit, a combo. The greatest thing this nation has as a resource is that untapped, undividedness. We don't have to race war. We don't have to go backwards. We've been through a lot of shit, America. Think about it. People were slaves. People moved here and just fucking killed and gave disease blankets to the people that were here. This place is a mess. Has any other place that's been a mess like that, highly looking at Middle East, I'm pointing at you, ever gained a sensibility or fucking situation of like relative calm that has endured like America? America's not really been fucking volatile for quite a minute until just recently. And it was done very intentionally. There are goals in mind for that. Now, the only thing that I'm saying is, not only is that senseless, and I don't know who these people are that thrive on stirring up shit. If it's the Antifa people, you take that shit. I mean, I don't understand how someone could be called Antifa and be more fucking fascist as them, and generalized. There's nothing wrong with picking up the banner for your group if you feel marginalized. That's the American way. It has been for a long time. But when you listen to people's reasons, I listened to Jordan Peterson talk to this lady, and you know, I have to give her some credit because she had some good points that she could put out there. But the one thing she didn't have a bit of was the fact that her premise on attacking the male or the patriarchy or whatever the fuck it was a hot button trigger that caused great harm, and she wasn't gonna fucking get anywhere near that. I recognize this truth, and I would like to decline from acting on it with my words, because she wasn't gonna do that. There's some sort of fucking money was involved, and he said, well, if you know you've got a nice comfortable job and make more money comparatively, then you're the fucking rich people as far as all the wealth of the world prior to this point has been concerned. She wasn't going to give up her position. I don't think so. You're not going to give your money up. So sensible people aren't going to fucking destroy their fucking position. That's senseless. But again, why destroy someone else's position that was fundamental in at least getting us all here to some degree of ground where we can stand? I'm a white male. Fuck, I've been beat up by the cops and all kinds of shit. But I don't walk around like fucking with my tail tucked between my legs. But then again, I'm not a black male. But I do understand the shit society gives to people it can see in the terms that are easy, like I just said. What do you see? Now, I see black America. I grew up mostly in fucking the hood in Houston. There's only another white boy. One day, I never even seen this white kid until one day he's riding his bike, and I'm like, hey. He's like, yep, it's just us. He knew what I was going to ask him, if he knew that we were the only white people in the neighborhood. He said, absolutely, it's just us. I never talked to that kid, never saw him again. He lived there. And one time there was a white girl, I got so excited, this fucking hot blonde moved in. I worked up the courage to knock on her door. Somebody answers the door. What is it? About a fucking 3-year-old black kid. Half black kid. Yeah, she wasn't too white privilege either. friendly. So it just goes to show you, we're a melting pot. So when in Rome, we ain't in Rome. But we have an interesting future if we don't fall for the bullshit that we ought to be collectively able to be smarter than. That's all I'm saying. Kelly out.